Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala, Kohaloyim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, or Kahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yahana Nawah, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And when I seen this article, kind of made me think of America, when these famines that's going to hit where pretty much overall people are going to be choosing which one of their children they're going to fucking throw into a pot and sodden. But anyway, this is North Korea, right? And it says North Koreans forced to resort to cooking tigers and badgers amid starvation. North Koreans are dishing up tigers and badgers out of sheer desperation following years of devastating famine. One of the things that Yahweh spoke of, and really they don't really have to be going through what they're going through. They have their just an unrighteous leader, man. You know what I'm saying? That dude don't give a fuck about nothing but his little chubby ass self. Let me get this scripture real quick. He don't care, man. This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." And them people be going through it over there. I've seen multiple articles, and some of it could be propaganda, but a lot of that shit is true. Because you can see with those parades and how they, you have to. It almost reminds me of this episode of I think it was the Twilight Zone. But it was this little kid and shit. He kind of had these powers to kind of change people in just pretty much just do what the fuck he wanted with them, just by thinking it. And everybody was all happy, joy around him because they didn't want to, upset him. So, he didn't really, so he didn't fuck with him. And that's pretty much how these people are with this guy. You can see it all in their faces with the fake ass smiles, the fake ass claps. They be going hard as hell to worship this man, But he's another cruel ass leader. He doesn't care, because if you notice, those North Koreans, they be skinny as shit. This guy's the fattest guy in the country. Him and his fat ass daughter. But anyway, let's get a little bit more into it. It says while Kim Jong-un enjoys life luxuries, he has frequently faced criticism for leaving his citizens to starve, drawing information from 42 courageous defectors who risked everything to expose conditions in the isolated nation. A groundbreaking study reveals a disturbing menu of what North Koreans could be consuming for tonight's meal. Joshua Ailes Powell from University College in London informed the Times that absolutely nothing remains forbidden. He stated almost every mammal species in North Korea, larger than a hedgehog, is opportunistically captured for consumption, use, or trade. Trackers, ex-military personnel, traders, and it says of usual cuisine informed researchers that the breakdown of communist regime supply network sparked widespread hunting activities. Starvation initially drove desperate North Koreans to seek sustenance from the wilderness during the late 1990s. However, the wildlife commerce continued flourishing even after economic conditions improved. That's because, the people, after a generation or so, these things just become regular things that you eat. They don't know no better, kind of deal. Hell, if you grew up as a 2-year-old, or, a baby, straight out of your mother's womb, and your first bite of meat was some fucking tiger, then that's just something that you see as a delicacy and you consuming it. You know what I'm saying? No different than a nigga in America eating chicken. But it says endangered species threatened by starving citizens included the Siberian tiger. So they pretty much about to make his ass extinct over there. And more leopards. No, I'm not sure what kind of leopard that is. And the sable, a weasel-like species that is frequently used for luxury fur garments. Let's see what this Amur leopard look like. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Guess I could have pulled up the Siberian tiger too, because there's different types of tigers. That cat kingdom is big. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. All right. Kind of look like a more skinnier version. Yep, it's critically endangered leopard subspecies native to the temperate forests of Russia, far east of northeastern China. Known for its thick pale coat and unique spot patterns, it is a northernmost leopard subspecies adapted to harsh winters. Threats include poaching, habitat loss, and prey scarcity. Yeah, well, shit. In this particular case, hell, it's about shit. They eating these motherfuckers. Okay, so the Siberian tiger. Let me see. I've seen those before. Yeah, that's a big, pretty cat, boy. All of them, the cats. The Lord created some beautiful things, man. Oh, okay. So it's okay. So known as the Amur tiger. Oh, so that was the same? No, no, that's not the same tiger, but it's in the same region though. From Russian Far East and northeastern China. That's how a lot of these these continents they're connected, so to speak. You know. And then of course the sable. Let me see what a sable is. Oh. And now mind you, if you notice, all these animals they have paws. And that's where the scriptures talks about not eating anything. That's the law. So let's just get it real quick. You're not supposed to. This is the law, Leviticus 11:27. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all fours, those are unclean to you. Whoso touches their carcass shall be unclean until even. So you're not supposed to eat anything that walks on its paws, man. That has paws for, that goes for bear. And they actually in here, they fucking up everything. They eat bear, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but it says additional creatures appearing on the dinner table include bears. Yep, see? Which bears have paws. Otters. I'm not sure if otters have paws. Let me see what an otter is exactly. Oh hell no. That's some shit in the water. That's all. It kind of appears to be like a sea lion. Yep, webbed feet, long tail for swimming. Otters are intelligent, use tools, have diverse diets. Yeah, you're not supposed to eat nothing like this, man. Anything that's in that water, man, you're supposed to fins and scales, man. You're not supposed to eat any. Matter of fact, we can get that law because the Lord gave us a dietary law, man, for a reason too. Not supposed to be eating all this shit, but yeah, them people, I gotta say, them Asians, so to speak, man. Yeah, especially the Moabites. They'll fucking eat anything. Well, this is the law on the what's in the waters that you're supposed to eat. Leviticus 11:9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers. Them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. Whatsoever, verse 12, whatever have not fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination to you. So you're not, and it's also in Deuteronomy as well. A repeat, Deuteronomy 14:9 and verse 10. Yep. So you're not supposed to eat no shit like this, man. But they fucking everything up. And again, when famines happen, man, you'll get down on anything because there are situations in the scriptures where Israelites were cooking the children, man. They were eating their own children. Couple of different situations in the scriptures, man. So it's scriptural that you can get so damn hungry to the point of you getting down like that when there's nothing, absolutely nothing left. Nothing, like crazy, bro. Yeah, I mean, it seems unimaginable. And these Americans, they really think that they got it good, but they have no idea. This place is on a downward spiral, man. Okay, but they have otters, deer. Now, deer you can eat. Deer, it divide the hoof. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's see. We can get that in the law too. Now, deer is good eating, man. You can eat that. think how it's worded. I might be wording it wrong. Yep, that was in the same. Yeah, it's in the same book. Leviticus 11, chapter 11. Whatsoever, this is verse 3. Whatsoever part of the hoof and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. And a deer, that's one of those particular animals. That's why, you know, when it comes to like pig, it divide the hoof, but it's an unclean animal because it doesn't chew it doesn't chew the cud, so to speak. Verse 4, nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof. As the camel, you're not supposed to eat no damn camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. So he doesn't have that hoof that split in his feet. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And I think them conies, if I'm not mistaken, I think they'll have paws as well. And the hare, which is, yeah, like a so-called like a rabbit or whatever, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And you got Jake in the South, they eat rabbit and shit like that, and fucking raccoons, and you're not supposed to eat shit like that. And the swine, see, though he divide the hoof, right? He got the divided hoof, and be cloven-footed. He got the cloven foot. He got two of the the main things. Yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean unto you. See, so he he don't chew the cud, man. Yep. Leviticus 11 and 26, it says, the carcasses of every beast which divideth the hoof and is not cloven-footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Everyone that touches them shall be unclean. So, of course, it repeats itself in Deuteronomy. But, yeah, you're not supposed to eat, fucking swine and, and again, in the waters, like Jake, like catfish. Catfish have fins, but they don't have scales. That's an unclean animal to eat. Okay, but it says a long-tailed goral. I'm not even sure what that is. It says a goat resembling animal. Okay, so let me see. Well, let's see. Shit, learn something new every day. Let's see if we can see what it is. It might be clean to eat. Chinese goral? I'm not sure. Okay, it says a small goat-like ungulate native to the mountainous regions of China, India, and Thailand. It is a shy, agile animal with brownish gray to reddish coat, short backward curving horns, and a dark stripe down its back. The species is considered vulnerable due to population decline and faces threats from habitat. Yeah, no, it faces threat from motherfuckers eating their asses. Let's see if it's got you know what though? Let me see. Did it let me see. Let's get some images here. I'm not sure if it's cloven-footed or anything. Long-tailed goral. Yeah, it looked like, yep, it's got the feet. This might be edible. Let me see though. Yeah, let's see if it chews the cud. Let me just type it in real quick. That's a lot. Let me do it like this. Have cloven feet and eat the cud, right? How I'm wording that, Slovakia. AI mode, baby. Let's see what they say. It says, yes, the long-tailed goral has cloven feet and chews his cud as a type of goat antelope. Oh, yeah, this boy right here. Yeah, he good to go looking like. Yeah, the goral is a herbivore that chews his cud to maximize the nutrients in it gets from his diet's grass, leaves, and other woody plant material. Yep, it says, like other ruminants, the girl has a specialized 4-chamber stomach. After first consuming food, it will regurgitate the softened material cud to chew it a second time for more thorough digestion. Yep, looking like a good one. Okay, never heard of that before. A goat resembling animal. Yep, foxes. You're supposed to eat them damn foxes. It says they have foxes. They've been eating foxes, badgers, and weasels. Reportedly satisfy the appetites of malnutritious North Koreans as well. Yeah, these are badgers right here. I know goddamn well you ain't supposed to be. I don't know. I don't think badgers. I'm not sure about a badger. I'm thinking that's not something you're supposed to be eating though. Let's just see though. A damn fox, man. I ain't no fucking fox, bro. Oh shit, they brought up the damn football team. Let's see. I don't think they have cloven foot. Oh no, they do. Okay, well let me see. Members of the weasel family, and they have paws with 5 toes. No, they got paws. Oh, okay, so those are considered to be claws, I think, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, it says when they walk, you can see, they leave a track. You can see 5 toe pads in front of the broad rear pad. Okay. Yeah, they got paws. You ain't supposed to. Oh, okay, I see now. Here you go, right here. You ain't supposed to be eating no shit like that. Learn something new every day, though. Okay, but the research published in the Biological Conservation Journal exposes how state-operated facilities are raising bears, deer, otters. Well, why not just raise the deer, man? And pheasants, specifically for trafficking their body parts. Even highly protected species are being traded sometimes across the border to China. North Korean women, oh yeah, this is crazy too, I was reading this part. North Korean women are now facing scrutiny not only in their kitchens, but also for cosmetic enhancements. So here you go, these motherfuckers over here barely got anything to eat and they trying to get some tits and ass too. The country's leader, Kim Jong-un, has declared breast implants as a unsocialist and indicative of capitalist values. A significant crackdown has been ordered by the security services. Undercover agents and neighborhood patrols are tasked with stopping and questioning women who appear to have suspiciously enhanced busts. So if you got some big ass titties over there, yep, it says women found guilty of undergoing this cosmetic procedure could face severe penalties, including potential assignment to labor camps. Oh wow. Yeah, man. Hey, so I didn't want to keep this long. Let's get a couple of these proud ass Americans comments. It says, not surprising, but communists worldwide like to boast about the benefit of communist society. They should go live in North Korea. Yeah. Well, hey, this shit coming here. It says, sound familiar, United States? That's exactly what we're facing now because Trump stopped feeding our poor and giving tax breaks for the rich. I hate this man, and you made it. Yeah, well, hey, this is, things gonna happen, man. It's about to get real crazy here. It says, somebody says, ooh, I wonder what tiger and badgers taste like. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall inherit the earth. Somebody says, tastes like chicken. Every goddamn thing tastes like chicken, huh? Yeah, it says that's the U.S. fault for using sanctions on countries that won't be bullied. Besides, our president lives real good too, and Americans are starving as well. Maybe not as bad, but we're getting there. Yeah, it's coming. And yeah, a lot, these Edomites, man, they do the effects that these sanctions that these Edomites be putting on these countries, man. People don't really see. When you can't get the proper, medicines, this place, America, man, Babylon the Great is a wicked ass place, man. But the things that they had pushed out, that's why that scripture talks about Galatians 6 and 7, America's gonna reap, and they're starting to go into that reaping process of what they've been sowing, man, for so long. You fucking Edomites, man. Cruel ass people. Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Right? In the same way that America been bombing the shit out of everybody, running through our people's, regions and just dictating shit, that shit is gonna come back to haunt their asses, man, and good. And we're waiting for it. We're praying for it soon. In fact, let's get this Job 34 and 29 to prove that the Lord, he deals with these nations, man. Job 34 and 29, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only. So the Lord, he deals with these nations, and he deals with the individual men, women, and children within them. And, these Edomites, man, they have a lot to pay for, man, because they've caused a lot of death in the world, man. Through their policies, just shit that they come up with. It's just, not to mention, we ain't gonna even get into the bombings. We ain't gonna get into, his pharmaceutical medicines and, these fucking GMO foods and, his damn cigarettes and his, cheap ass liquors and goddamn fast food and cookies and cakes and whatever the hell else this guy putting together, man. He's a destroyer of the world, man. He he doesn't care, man. So them sanctions, yeah, got something to play in it. But this guy, this guy could be doing better though. It's not like he's just he got allies that he deals with, like Russia and China and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he can't do better. He's just one of them little fat greedy motherfuckers too, man. So he's a cruel ass leader. Just is what it is, and it's fucked up when you don't care about your citizens. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures talks about what is that? Salakia, a prince without subjects, or Salakia. Let me see something. I couldn't find that particular one I wanted, but this is a good one. Ecclesiastes 5 and 9. It says, moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. Yep. So hey, why would you, as a king or ruler, why would you want your citizens to be all fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro. You want to take pride. I know a lot of people don't really visit there because shit, it's not a place to really visit. You can fuck around and get caught up over there. You know what I'm saying? But still, you would want your citizens to be, in good health, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, man. So when the Lord comes, he's gonna, snatch the crowns from all these weirdos anyway. So I'm gonna end out there, man. I just found this to be interesting, you know what I'm saying? And for some of the newcomers, back to the basics as far as the eating dietary law, you know what I'm saying? And there's more to it, you know what I'm saying? So I'd advise to just read through the law. Deuteronomy, I think chapter 14 covers that, and Leviticus chapter 11 covers a lot of the diet. So yeah, something to read into. So with that, pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Allah and a Bible ball.